Having lived in Japan for a while, I visited a fair amount of places. There's always more to be seen, but a lot of the main destinations checked off. Tokyo, Kyoto, Hiroshima, check. Osaka, Nara, Nagoya, check. Fukuoka, Oita, Kagoshima, check. Nagano, Kanazawa, Gunma, check. Okinawa, check. Sapporo, check. Okay, you get the point. I've been to most of the major prefectures and covered the country north to south pretty well. That is, except for this island. I honestly thought I'd never make it out to Shikoku Island. It was always like, what for? But a photo shoot job got me out there. Could I actually enjoy a place that I never gave much thought to visit and finally had to go for work? I had an opportunity to visit and take factory photos for a couple of towel makers in the area. The first day was quite a blur, but it was amazing to see what actually goes on behind the scenes. After a full day that had begun as soon as I landed, we had a backyard barbecue of the local area's delicious Kuroge Wagyu called Io beef and called it a day. Day 2 started off with some sandwiches for breakfast on the car ride over. My friend Kenny lives here in Matsuyama, the main city in Ehime. We actually went to high school in Hawaii together and he ended up relocating out here, got married, and has pretty much settled in. I probably should have visited him earlier, but I mean, like all the way in Shikoku, right? Well, I got slapped in the face because it turns out that Shikoku is gorgeous. The area looks over the Setouchi Inland Sea, which is made up of many smaller islands in this uniquely colored blue water. I am in Matsuyama City, which is in Ehime prefecture on the island of Shikoku. It's someplace that I never thought I'd be ever visiting. I mean, it was someplace that was like, if I can get there, great, but if not, I'm not going to be crying about it. And so far, it's exceeded my expectations. I'm just going to be honest. Yesterday, we got to drive along the ocean, and it is maybe the nicest ocean view I have seen so far in Japan. In all my years here, it was just gorgeous. The weather was great. Just a really, really nice view. I actually am here to take photos. I went to Imabari. Imabari is on the northern side of this prefecture. If you've ever used a good quality towel that was made in Japan or just a Japanese towel, there's a high chance that it was manufactured there. They're known for their towel manufacturing. There's a lot of brands and factories that are making them. And I got to go and look behind the scenes and take some pictures. And it was a super interesting experience just to see how much work goes into making those towels and how much they're focused on the details and making sure the quality is good. So the first 2 days have been kind of hectic, full days, early morning starts, but that is done and out of the way. So this is where the travel part begins. My wife is flying in a little bit, gonna meet up, and we're gonna go with a couple friends out to dinner. Tomorrow we're going to Dogo Onsen, which is a popular hot spring town here, and just gonna kick back and relax and see what happens. But let's go to dinner. Dinner was at a local izakaya, and the main dish was basashi, or horse sashimi. I've had it a lot, but it was the first time for Kenny, surprisingly. It was good? Are you just doing it for the camera, or is it really good? The next morning, my wife and I caught the tram to Matsuyama Station and headed out to Imabari to visit her friend. After some udon for lunch, which is a favorite in Shikoku, and a stop at his family's towel brand Context, we sat for some coffee overlooking the Kurushima Kaikyo Bridge before heading back to Matsuyama for dinner. Taimeshi is one of Ehime prefecture's local dishes. It's sea bream fish and rice, and you can either have it where it's cooked together or as raw sashimi with a raw egg over rice. And we chose the latter.
It's like sashimi on rice. I don't know.
Yeah, that is why I'm not a food critic. Our last night was at a ryokan in Dogo Onsen, Matsuyama's local hot spring town. It's a quaint area with a lot of small shops and sights to see, like this one, the Bochan Karakuri clock that comes alive. We stayed at a hotel called Koakuen Haruka. Relaxing and with the onsen on top, a nice way to end the evening. After a delicious breakfast buffet at the hotel, we explored the town. Ehime is known for oranges, so there's a lot of oranges all over the place. Orange drinks, orange baked goods, orange characters, even orange pocky. One of the special Starbucks is here in Dogo Onsen as well, in this Meiji-style building. This is really cool. And this really, really old train. A visit to Matsuyama Castle was the last stop on our list. We got to ride up this peaceful single-seater ski lift and just really enjoy this quiet time to take it all in. Okay, Ehime, Shikoku, you proved me wrong.